What's up everybody, this is Gunter Severloh. Welcome to IFA3WarMod Patch version 1.15. In this demonstration I'm going to go over a couple of new additions as well as go over a couple things with mods that have been updated. Now the first thing I want to go over is a new addition called the IF or Iron Front Recoil Modifier. So to begin with, we are going to need a weapon, and we're going to start with the K98. Now in default IFA3 we have the recoil is, I don't know, realistic or whatever, but in my view it's okay. It just, I find it a little jumpy. So as you guys all know, that's just the way it is. All right, let's try another gun we're dealing with. Now this gun to me is, I like the G43. This recoil is just ridiculous. Now what I'm shooting here is the I'm showing you default IFA3. This is not IFA3WarMod running. So this is basically what it is. Going to another weapon here. Let's choose another. Let's try the Grand. As you can see, the Grand has a kickback. We got the Carbine. I don't know, I mean some people might like it, but in my opinion, for my mod, this stuff needs to be toned down a bit. Alright, one more gun. Alright, here we have the Thompson. Recoil on this isn't too bad. It's tolerable. Alright, now to show you what this looks like in IFA3WarMod. Alright guys, we are back. We are now running IFA3WarMod, and here's the difference in recoil and weapon stabilization. Now you can see there's a slight shake change. Still a recoil there, but it's subtle, and this is the way I like to play. I like everything subtle. Alright, let's check out the next weapon. Here we have the G43. You still have a recoil, but it's not a big jump. And it's kind of zoned in. Now actually, what I have going here is I have this Iron Front Recoil Modifier running, and another mod, actually two other mods running, which really makes the weapons stable and shootable. Let's check out another weapon. Here's the M1 Carbine. Let's check out another weapon. Here we have the M1 Grand. Much better. Gun still shakes. You know, you still have your recoil, but your sights are still on target. You know, I know it's a little bit far-fetched from the real thing. You know, everybody likes their gun moving all over creation and jumping and shit. You know, forget that. I don't want to deal with that. I want to move, I want to shoot, and so forth. Like I said, this mod, IFA3WarMod, is a very customizable mod, so you can tweak this stuff to how you want and just make it fitting. Let's check out the next weapon. Alright, here we have the Thompson. The Thompson really doesn't deviate from where it was. It was already you know, kind of stable as it was in my opinion, but this just kind of tweaks it a little bit more. Let's check out the next weapon. Alright, here we have the MP44, and this gun in IFA3 Lite is known to be it's got a huge kickback and so forth. We'll check it out now. You know, you still have your recoil. I put it on single shot. It's nice. It's smoother. It's more stable. It's more controllable. It's not a. I mean, you don't lose time in between shots, because what I mean by that is when you shoot and the gun's kicking up like that, and you have to center your sights on your enemy, and then go from there again. But it's a lot easier. Let's check out another gun. I like the MP44, the PPSH41. Actually, this is the one with the clip, not the drum, but nonetheless, still the same gun. This gun is the same thing. It's got the sights are still shaky a little bit, but you still have that stabilization where everything's returned. And the gun still sways, so it's not like, I don't know if you can really tell. I mean, the gun is still moving, so it's not like it's perfectly solid. It's a lot more solid than what it was, but it's controllable. All right, let's go to the next mod in our demonstration. All right, guys, we are back, and in the next feature here, I want to demonstrate a new mod called the Ragdoll Effects Overhaul. And what this does is it tweaks and adjusts the ragdolls, basically the bodies of AI soldiers or yourself, and it will basically make it a little bit more realistic, more stiffer, and make it look like when someone gets shot, they actually look like they're getting shot versus what happens when they flip. Now, I'm not running IFA3 WarMod at the moment, and this is default Arma 3 and IFA3 Lite. So let's shoot these guys. Now that's not too bad. I just hit the guys. Alright, here's the first thing that is already, the guy's bending forward and these are bending back like he's some alien species. Now falling down is fine by me, but some of the ragdolls aren't too bad in the vanilla.
Hold fire!
They kind of fall like they're gonna brace themselves to sit down. Alright, you guys get the idea. We're going to go to IFA3 WarMod now, and we'll Alright guys, we are back. We are running IFA3 WarMod, and let's see how the ragdolls respond with the mod. See what a grenade does. Jeez. Okay. Part of it didn't demonstrate the ragdolls too well. What the fuck? Yeah, that's part of the mod. you can see, the knees are a little bit stiffer, and
Hold fire.
damn. Alright guys, this is a little scenario I put together that I use for testing, and I'll be going over the aspects of the mod as I go along here, and let's get started. Basically, the objective is a couple of German squads are assaulting the small village of IFA3 here, which are held in defense by the Russians. So let's get over there and see what we can do. Now initially, after you start up the game with the mod, it'll probably be like 5 seconds and you might get slight lag. It really depends on your computer, but there's like TPW mod is initializing. Alright, here's the situation. We got infantry up there on the road. I think there's a tank up there and a static MG. I don't know if that's still there though. Mod does have ASRI in it, and also Ace AI is in this customized version now. Okay. This is the version I normally play with. This is optimized, higher, better performance, only because I'm running a dual core when I play. Now this error message that you see coming up, that was injured AI add-on. It's something that came up in my IFA3WarMod version 1.14 demonstration, which I explained something we can't, something the modder for that can't fix at the moment. Got one. Alright, there's guys in the forest. So we're going to see if we can get closer. The more you carry, the faster your fatigue goes down. I think that's a given for IFA3 anyways. Let's see what we can see here. Some guys on the hill over there. As you notice, my gun automatically zooms. That's the auto zoom, and that affects all infantry weapons. Nice, got him. Okay, here comes that add-on here. That's every once in a while. It doesn't come up all the time. That was a machine gunner. Got a 50 cal here. Yes. That would have been close call. Grenade does. Killed the guy. That wounded him. I noticed the Ragdoll, as it pointed out in the VR, there's a guy right here. I like to throw a grenade at it here. There's a dude right here. Him. Now there's another feature I want to show you, which is not new. You scroll your action menu and you put your current rifle that you're using on your back. And you can put your weapons up. I'm gonna need got him. Need some ammo. So now you can run around and you can have a rifle and you can have a submachine gun at the same time. This, like I said, it's not new to the mod. Grab me some grenades if this guy's got any. Let's see if I can find some ammo clips for this gun. Drums, as they call it. TT grenade. Damn, I didn't. Got him that time. That was on his last one. Russians really moved up. Now there's another setting. I'm gonna go up to the hill here. There's a mod in this patch for 1.15. Now if you go to your map, you go up to the top left here. It says bullet casings mod, and when you click on that, you can adjust the how many bullet casings are going to be on the ground and who basically has them and in how long before they get deleted. So you go to configure, and max lifetime will be 10 seconds. Max amount will be 100 or whatever you set there. It's all 000 because I'm holding down the number key button to talk. So But basically, that's one of the updates for the bullet casings. And before, what you used was the user config for that. So now the user config is eliminated. This guy's still alive. Oh, shit, he is. Yeah, this air again. I don't really like that air, but you guys could remove the injured AI add-on, and that's the name of the PBO in the file if you want. If you're not too liking that air. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, it is kind of annoying when it comes up, but oh, I got that tank in one hit. That's crazy. If we go to the map, all we have is the scout. If I wanted to switch back to my K98, now there's a couple ways to change to your other weapon. If you select the next weapon, then basically your weapon automatically appears, but if you put the current weapon on your back, then you'll get your current weapon on your back, and then you could select your K98 and he'll do that. If you go the other way where you just switch weapons, then the weapon on your back disappears even though you still have it. So that's kind of a bug with that. I don't know if that's ever going to get updated or not, but so now I got my K98. And two, just one more feature I want to kind of show you guys is you could drop your weapons too. So I'm going to put this current weapon on my back, which is K98, and pick the PPSH, and since I got no ammo for it, I could basically just drop this weapon. And if you press, well, for me it's D, you can basically just drop your weapons. Now, if you hit escape and you go to options and then control, and then go to configure add-ons, you have a whole list of different stuff that coming up here. Of course, you got ACE, you got all the ACE stuff, and then you've got the thing for what I just did to drop the weapon is called Mr. Sanchez's quick weapon drop. Now if you click on that, it'll say drop current weapon, and I have that for D for me, so you can assign that to whatever you want. And then of course you got ARI, and then you have double weapon, which is your ability to change between weapons and stuff like that. So I want to conclude this, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one.